Today on September 6th was supposed to be a great day in the coaster community with the announcement of Project Dark Coaster. Today's video was scheduled to be a Dark Coaster ride analysis. However, shortly after the announcement of Project Dark Coaster, Cedar Point released the following statement, which ultimately points to the demise of a popular attraction, Top Thrill Dragster. Cedar Point released this statement on their social media channels. It says, "We have an important update to share regarding our Top Thrill Dragster roller coaster. After 19 seasons of operation with 18 million riders experiencing the world's first Stratocoaster, Top Thrill Dragster as you know it is being retired. However, Cedar Point's legacy of ride innovation continues. Our team is hard at work creating a new and reimagined ride experience. We'll share more details and information at a later date." So let's dive right into this. Top Thrill Dragster has always been an extremely problematic coaster, and with its slew of incidents, this whole thing makes sense. This coaster as a whole was unreliable, and many of us were expecting something to happen. So what exactly is going on? Well, from the announcement, I think it is 100% safe to say that they aren't just going to straight up tear down the ride. I see many problems with that. First off, tearing down the coaster of this magnitude would cost a huge sum of money, probably more expensive than a few cheaper options they could do. And from the wording alone, I think it's safe to say we are going to see a refresh and mechanical enhancement rather than a complete dismantling of the ride. So right off the bat, if the ride is staying, the most obvious solution would be that they are going to replace the launch system with LSMs and they would get a new train. Now, that is actually pretty exciting. Because the ride is manufactured by Intamin, this would mean that Cedar Fair could possibly be working with Intamin again for this project. And that would mean the train design could be like Intamin's new ultra-thin lap bars they feature on Pantheon and Velocicoaster. Now that is a pretty exciting thought. Now obviously the launch experience wouldn't be as fast or as forceful, but it might be more reliable, and that would be a smart trade-off for the park to make. Now, something I also want to mention is I think it's 100% possible that they're going to make modifications with the track itself. And here's what I mean. Intamin is in a new generation. They are adding special things to their coasters. If you look at Pantheon, it has a switch track and it has a spike and it has all sorts of stuff. And I definitely think it's possible that they could do this to Top Thrill Dragster. And what I mean is that they're probably going to add a beyond vertical spike to this ride. If you look at some of the things they are doing overseas, this is definitely possible, and I think that would be super cool. If they were to add a beyond vertical spike and a swing launch, I think the whole ride experience would be awesome, and it would honestly be more complete than what it was now. But let's think about this for a second. Would Cedar Point really be working with Intamin again? Now, I'm leaning towards yes, but something really still doesn't make sense. I think we need more info. The only other company I could see replacing the launch system would be S&S with its compressed air. However, I think that just sounds worse and way more unreliable than what it already was. Now let's talk about the theme. As they made it very clear in the announcement, Top Thrill Dragster as we know it is being retired. So that likely means a new name change. I'm not sure if they're going to keep the racing theme at all, but something like Top Thrill Dragster Supercharged wouldn't be out of the question in my opinion. But I definitely predict that the coaster is indeed staying and we will see a decently themed launch track. Like I imagine lights, maybe fog, and who knows, maybe they make a whole spectacle out of it. They have to do something to make up for the less forceful launch, and I don't know what it is, and I don't even think this is likely, but maybe they would enclose the launch in a tunnel. I don't know, maybe that would be interesting, I'm just speculating. So is Cedar Point doing the right thing? Well, yes. In order to keep the legacy of the coaster alive, I definitely think they are reimagining it into a higher themed LSM launch coaster that maybe has a spike. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen, but I don't think Top Thrill Dragster will be gone for good. Instead, I think it's just changing. So those are my thoughts on Top Thrill Dragster and all this news coming out, but I really want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Please leave your thoughts on Top Thrill Dragster and what you think is going to happen. This is the Coaster Josh, signing out.